So let me start with Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban was talking about the Colin Kaepernick thing. This really isn't a Kaepernick topic, so if you're burnt out on that, I totally get that. But he was saying, I don't know what cap status is in the NFL, but I'm glad that the NBA doesn't have a politician litmus test for our players. Litmus test. I'd like to think we encourage our players to exercise their constitutional rights. And what Mark is saying, and I like Mark Cuban, but what he's saying is, hey, in the NBA, we got your back, and in the NFL, boy, that league over there is whoo. What? Time out. Okay. Do you remember what league it was that banned urban wear? Oh, it was the NBA had a dress code. It was not the NFL. You can wear what you want. NBA said, we don't like what you're wearing. After games, at a press conference. What sport changed the ball and never asked the player's opinion? Oh, that was the NBA too, David Stern. What league has changed uniforms and never asked that was the NBA too. What league had an owner who was considered racist for 30 years and was coddled, enabled? Donald Sterling. Oh, that was the NBA too. By the way, what league allows you to kneel during the anthem? The NFL. You're not allowed to do that in the NBA. By the way, you can kneel in the NFL. You can support the person who kneeled in the NFL. Raise your fist in protest. You can kneel as well. Despite the mythology, you can do a lot of celebrating. And the NFL now allows less practice. That was the new collective bargaining. And there is some guaranteed money in your first, second, big, third contract, signing bonuses. That's guaranteed money. NFL players regularly rip the commissioner. In fact, one called him the devil. There was no fine, and there was no suspension. The NFL is building a Hall of Fame right now. They're putting like $1 billion into the Hall of Fame. Part of it is an assisted living facility for former NFL players. Is the NBA doing that in Springfield? By the way, have you ever heard an NBA player talk as glowingly and lovingly about their owner the way virtually all Cowboys do about Jerry Jones? I mean, this weekend, seriously, on this show in the last year, how many players come on this show and speak glowingly about Jerry Jones? Well, Colin, players love Mark Cuban. Really? Can't land the big free agents. Dwight Howard said no, and DeAndre Jordan said no.
Well, he said yes first.
And then no, and Melo said no, and LeBron said no. I like Mark Cuban. But it was not the NFL that created a dress code outlawing urban wear. It was not the NFL that allowed an owner to have racist tendencies for 30 years and enable him. It was not the NFL that changed the actual ball and did not ask the players. The NFL allows protests, kneeling, joining the kneeler. Yes, you are right, folks. Some owners, the guy in Miami, is a little tentative to bring on a quarterback in a city with a 30% Cuban fan base that was pro-Fidel Castro. Yes, the Miami owner was a little tentative. And the Baltimore owner probably didn't like being called a slave owner by Kaepernick's girlfriend. Crazy owner. I'm guessing most people wouldn't like that. But when you ask NFL players about their owners and about their leagues and even about the concussions, Mark Schlereth said this yesterday, and it's the same thing I've heard for 20 years.
I myself, there wasn't a game that I played in where I didn't either see stars or knock myself unconscious for a second. Every game I ever played in. That's the way it is. I guarantee you this, man. I have learned more life lessons, and I am a better human being for having played football.
Okay. I'm not anti-Mark Cuban. You know I love the NBA. I'm pro-mobility. I'm pro-NBA player. But let's be honest about this. No sport in America has ever created more millionaires among players, coaches, executives, coordinators than the NFL. They're not anti-player. Right now, there are some owners who were a little concerned, one in Miami, about bringing on a backup quarterback who's never shown an ability to be a great pocket passer, who wore a Fidel Castro shirt, and last time he was in Miami was booed as an opposing player for wearing that, and maybe we probably shouldn't bring him in as a backup quarterback. Yes, if I owned a team, I would probably be concerned about that too. I think owners probably think about all those things.